All right. All right. It says we're live. Hello, the greatest comic book show ever. This is Tuesday. No, this is Wednesday nights. Perry Comics. Last week they just messed everything up, so they had to call in the big guns. I'm out here. I'm about to hit 1,000. Oh man, I can hear myself in my headphones, and that's not good. I can't actually hear myself, so I don't know if I'm yelling loud enough or not. Oh man, it's gonna be Thanksgiving. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. We got turkey legs and hams and a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. It's gonna be real good, man. Did anyone get some comic books? I got some comic books. I didn't read them yet. I'm doing a review show later on that I haven't even reviewed. I haven't read any books, man. I'm just here. How's it going? Who's in the chat? Is anyone in the chat? I can't even see anybody. I hope someone's watching this. Because I'm going a little bit quick tonight, but when don't I go quick? Zing. Um,
Hello, and welcome to the greatest comic book show ever. Round 3, back and bold as life. I got some Adam from Bear Island Comics. I got some White Whale, and down here below, King Johnfrey chilling like a villain. We are missing Jason, Comics Misexplained tonight. Hope to see him soon. Hope he's doing well. I don't know what you're talking about, TJ. You have awoken to grand and glory. Moments are happening now for you.
Yeah, we just started the show. In fact, as you know, we don't shout out the chat for this show because this show's about us, not about you.
Fact.
And so why don't we get this started?
Does anyone know what happened there at the beginning?
When John just took over, like this is his week to host?
Yeah. That's what I do on most channels right up here.
The other beginning though. Was that Perry?
The other beginning, like the Big Bang of the world?
What was Perry doing here?
Long ago, at the earliest days of time.
Perry Farrell.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
Did I miss a James Addiction show?
I doubt it.
We're all missing that.
Huh, that's deep.
Way deep. Welcome to the greatest comic book show ever. And we're going to spend a little time here at the beginning of the day sort of talking about
It's the end of the day.
The whatever. Where are we right now?
I mean, we're on planet Earth.
Got it.
At least that's what we're told.
Well,
Let's talk about that for an hour.
mind control. That's what Legends always talking about, that mind control. Tell 'em
Mind
it's not right.
control? Like
There's no way.
controlling diamonds?
Yes?
Mind control?
Oh, like you're mining. Okay.
We're off to a great start tonight.
We have a format to this show, don't we? Somewhat.
I haven't noticed one.
It's forthcoming.
Better than being fifth coming.
I just want to be invited.
This show is not for kids.
Nope.
That's the COPPA.
Never will be.
The COPPA thing.
We try to start with something noteworthy from the comic community, something worth discussing and spending a little time thinking about. And I've come to the conclusion that I really only want to read one X-Men book anymore.
Oh,
I'm really not enjoying. So my hot take, my noteworthy thing is I'm pretty much done reading all of them but Marauders at this point.
Yeah, I feel like that. I don't think that's really a hot take. I think that's a consensus.
Oh, okay. Because I looked at X-Force today. I looked at a lot of things, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not enjoying any of them enough. So it's really just Marauders, and that's it.
Did you spring for the second print?
Of Marauders? No. I'm good. I got my first prints. I'm good.
I feel so alone right now.
Second print's the new first prints.
Isn't that a song? I feel so alone now.
Oh, I thought you meant second prints of the first print. Second prints, all of
There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
A long time ago, there is a worst comic book character ever that was only one comic book. I can't understand what Ricky's saying there. Skate Man?
Skate Man?
Skate Man.
Is he friends with Man Frog, Alec?
That's a great question. My noteworthy thing of the week, Uncanny Man Frog. Always on hand.
Seems to be your noteworthy thing of the month, I would say.
Or the show. In perpetuity.
That's your drink moment for those of you playing at home.
Man Frog.
Man Frog.
All right, so John, what's your issues with all the X books? How are they letting you down, buddy?
I think that what I loved about House of X and Powers of 10 was it felt like it was setting up something big.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we've arrived at the something big, and it still feels like they're setting it up.
Yeah, so for me, Powers and House, or Hoxpox, as it is known, really...
The cool kids are calling it?
Well, I just said it, so it can't be true. It really felt like something different. Like you said, it felt like it was setting something up. Where it's bringing us to this new world of the X-Men, and now it just feels like the old X-Men again.
Yeah, I mean, even X-Force. I know Rod read X-Force 1, which I thought was pretty good. It was decent. It just didn't feel important.
And they're also making you read all of the titles because they're all crossing over.
And if you read them out of order on accident, or you skip something, like I hadn't read X-Force 1 because my LCS had all these damages, and then I go to read, what was it, X-Men 2 or something, and it spoils X-Force 1 right there in the opening moments. Like, hey, this guy died. Just so you know.
Which, by the way, does that...
I like how you're afraid to say that. Who that
does it even matter? Because everyone can be resurrected now, as we learned in Hoxpox.
Right.
So is that even...
How many times has that character died? Like
twice.
So you guys are not into islands banging.
I'm into islands in the stream.
I see. How did I know you'd go there?
I like to think
super exciting, right?
I want you to bang. I want you to be able to bang, brother. Get your bang.
Thank you.
Out of the corner of my eye, John, I keep looking down at you and thinking you're wearing a Starfleet uniform.
Nope, just wearing a shirt with his own face on it.
Just his own face on it. Yep,
This
nothing weird about that.
My Wednesday night uniform.
Everyone, we had a very planned out intro for this show that just totally went to shit. Like, we had it really planned out meticulously, and technology happened. So we're just trying to get our bearings here. This is going to get better as we go.
Adam,
we do have some cool planned stuff that's going to happen. I promise.
Kitty is called Kate. Yes, that is a big revelation. And by the way,
and there's a pirate. She's a pirate.
Red King. Who knew?
Don't give it away. Rod hasn't. I don't think Rod's read issue 2 yet, but yeah,
this guy.
I agree. You did call it for sure.
Well, I just spoiled it if you watch any of my shows because I've been talking about it for weeks.
What about the Yellow King? Is there a Yellow King?
No, you're reading the books. You know that there's not. Stop being a jamoke.
Isn't the Yellow King in True Detective?
Yes, thank you, John. Thank you for acknowledging that. The last one I read was the island banging one. So I'm perpetually behind in my comics. I'm not to the point of being disappointed yet. So maybe I will be in like 2 weeks when I finally get caught up.
I didn't read all of them. I skipped several. Like I didn't read Fallen Angels. I skimmed read New Mutants. Didn't care for it. Moved on from that one. I bought the first few X-Men. I bought the first X-Force. Bought Marauders. I just haven't really enjoyed it.
Well, all right, you old grump.
No, I mean I feel like I'm hearing more and more people say that.
So, I mean, I'm hopeful that something comes out of this, that it's not just more setup leading to more setup. But it'd be nice if it built to something.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But on that other note, Marauders is excellent, and both issues have been funny and clever and different, and I've really enjoyed that.
My noteworthy thing of the week is newsstand copies of Chris Bachalo X-Men issues.
Oh.
Do you know how hard these are to find?
Yeah, I never see those in bins ever.
No. Like 90s and like 2000s plus newsstands are, I don't know why, like people are catching on with Spawn, but that's it. like newsstand copies of modern books, like current, not just like, I don't mean modern as in modern comics, but modern books as in newer books, should be way more collectible. They're like at least 1 in 75, 1 in 50. I mean, that book is not worth anything to begin with, but
what just happened to us here? We got like a
we
background.
got a background.
Okay, we're in someone's kitchen.
We have an intruder.
I hope they're okay with our home invasion here in progress.
What is happening?
It's like we're all at somebody's table.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Alec, did you do that? What is?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris Barrett, we know you like Spawn.
Chris Barrett says, "Thank you for being a friend." Speaking of friends, Perry, we appreciate you, man. We know that was a little sport moment.
What about Perry?
He's somehow made his way into the chat. I don't know.
Oh,
Anybody reading Money Shot? I picked that up. I got the second print of issue 1 because I had somehow missed it, and so I'm gonna hope to read those later tonight or tomorrow. Nothing says Thanksgiving like Money Shot.
Wow.
Wow. Is that accurate?
I think
You want to stand by that statement?
definitely standing by it.
I mean, you might get a thank you afterwards.
Valkyrie, anybody reading it? Good stuff.
I only read the Stephanie Hans cover once.
I did get the final issue of Invisible Woman.
I only look at the Stephanie Hans cover. Hey, what's our next segment?
If everyone's done noteworthy things, then we go to our individual segments. Each one of us has prepared something so that they have an opportunity to present. I can go first if you gentlemen feel like you'd like that.
I mean, I feel like you would like that.
I feel like I'm the only one that's ready is my worry. So I'm here.
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Well, my segment is called The Royal Family. I'm bringing people in who I believe represent the best of comic books. These could be artists, writers, YouTubers, characters, storylines, and I'm creating sort of my own royal family by bringing those into my clan. And
John, just so I'm clear, last week this is the segment in which you majorly went out on a limb and brought in Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby
had to be the first person that you bring in as royalty, comic book royalty.
That's edgy. That was edgy of you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bold choice. This show is about taking risks.
This week, I'm going with Wonder Woman as the
more than we knew
character that I'm going to bring into my
another bold choice. One of the DC Trinity.
Yes, I skipped Batman. I skipped Superman. I went with Wonder Woman.
She's pretty.
That's very gender fluid of you.
I feel like she's a character that I feel has a better and more interesting evolution over time. I feel like she's a character who has continued to sort of evolve with the times. And I find that she is underrepresented in the comic book community in a big way.
Who draws her best, Don? Who draws her best besides Adam Hughes?
I'm a Dodson fan. I think Dodson gets really underrated.
The Dodsons.
On the Wonder Woman side.
The Dodsons.
All right, okay, fine. I know you're always correcting.
Let me. So you said she evolves with the time. So that why she did the 70s Kung Fu era,
right? And the Hausfrau era at some point in the 50s. There, she seemed very, not very like woman power kind of thing. She's evolved.
All new mod Wonder Woman,
right?
With lost all her powers.
Chris Barrett.
It's very, very 70s, very women empowerment.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to go Adam Hughes on him. I like Adam Hughes does muscular women, and I think Wonder Woman is the absolute epitome of that. It just feels like it fits. His style fits her so perfectly. So,
some love for Boland in the chat.
Yeah.
Cliff Chang. How about that?
Ooh, good one. That Azzarello run was great.
That's so white whale. To go with Cliff Chang. I love it.
No, I think if you haven't read that, it's New 52, right? That New 52 Azzarello, it's hugely underrated. Great Wonder Woman run.
And really well drawn.
Daniel Warren Johnson has a Wonder Woman book coming out. I think it might be Black Label.
Yeah, it is.
That should be pretty good because his he might be doing the art and the writing, and his art is highly underrated.
I'm trying to be proactive about anything in the Black Label that is not just Batman universe and go after it and check it out.
Yeah.
So I got the second issue of Last God today, and we're doing Hellblazer tonight on Book Club. Black Label Beyond Batman is what I want.
Remember when
Not
Black Label
Batman.
came out and we were like, "This is crap. This kind of sucks," and then it's like turned it around now. It's pretty awesome.
Really? I really like
I'm not
them.
convinced that they've righted the ship. I'm just glad to see them moving in a direction that's not Bat Universe everything.
Alec, I was speaking of the general public, not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really like them.
He was
stand
extra
by.
before it was cool.
Every now and then, Alec doesn't agree with the general public, and that was just one of those times.
Every once in a while. Yeah.
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 He liked Black Label before it was cool. You know.
Yeah, I did. Hey, speaking of which. Hi, everybody. This is Hipster Alec. It's just like regular Alec, except I'm wearing glasses. Hey, gentlemen. How many hipsters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
It's a really obscure number. You wouldn't know it.
Actually, it's a pretty obscure number. I'm sure you've never heard of it.
I'm sure it has like an umlaut or something over it.
It's
I remember
tied at
you
the
did-
75th decibel.
You did two great hipster jokes. They're both great. I love the pizza one too.
Yeah, pizza one's great. Did I do that one last week too?
That was last week, yes.
So my hipster book of the week. I was hesitant to pick this because I feel like it's not that hipster. I feel like a lot of people know about it, but I'm going with it anyway. It's Optic Nerve, and specifically this issue, which is issue number 3. And specifically, so this series has multiple stories in each issue. And the first one is called Dylan and Donovan, which are these two characters here, which is about their father insisting that they drive to a comic convention. John's nodding his head because he knows what this is about.
I have no idea what this is. Actually, I've never read it. Never heard of it.
You act like you're like, yep, okay, yep.
I try to just go along with Alec, whatever he says.
9.0. Wow, I didn't even finish talking about the stories.
You need
So
to.
I'll
Off the charts. Off the charts. Love it.
Actually, 9.0 is actually well within the charts.
You asshole.
What, does it have white pages though?
It has black and white pages because it doesn't have any color on the inside.
Here we go. I got to bump that up to 9.5 then if it's black and white on the inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be kidding.
And it's also mostly narration.
It's like a dream come true.
And my cassette of the week is Falls of Raros. It's an album called Patterned in Mythology.
There's a band named Falls of Rauros.
Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Like Tolkien. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
cool.
Actually, a lot of metal bands take their names from Lord of the Rings references because most metal bands are huge nerds. In fact, one of the most controversial and distasteful metal bands of all time is called Burzum. I believe that's a Tolkien reference as well. He created his own. He Burzum, but it's pronounced Burzum. He created
How many U's does that have in it?
2.
Okay, because I feel like there's 7.
He created his own role playing game, and he's on YouTube, and he's an absolute maniac, and he's a terrible racist, and he's a horrible person. He goes by Varg. What's a Tolkien? Perry Comics says. But
Alec, what was that one the cassette that you chose this week again? Tell me the name again.
It's called Falls of Raros.
Cool. I have that one too. I didn't choose that one though.
Yeah, they are from right up in my old neck of the woods, the Massachusetts area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was gonna go with that.
This record label is from Maine, so. New
I
England
want to
record.
crash your segment, but
Yeah, please. What do you got?
I want to present my own cassette single. This is
I'm going to make you big for this one.
This is Robert Brown.
It doesn't get any bigger than Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
Robert Brown.
He was a rhythm and blues artist.
That's a cassette single. That's
From the. I prefer the term single. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a rhythm and blues artist who went on to marry Whitney Houston, and that ended well. Anyway, this is my prerogative.
For those who don't know, he was being incredibly sarcastic there. Bobby Brown's a terrible person.
You can. Are you thinking of Chris Brown?
Yeah, didn't Bobby Brown also abuse Whitney Houston?
Oh, maybe. I don't know, but this was pre that, definitely. I don't know that they had actually met. I owned this as a child. I don't know if you're familiar with the lyrics. It has the word "damn" in it.
Oh,
He says, "And I don't give a damn." Okay. In my house, when I was a child, swear words were not a thing, and that counted. So I had this tape taken away from me. But now I have it again, Mom.
for a damn, huh?
How do you like that? I got it again, Tipper Gore.
That doesn't even have a parental advisory on it.
So you're saying keeping that tape is your prerogative?
Listen, I may be going through some stuff, okay? And yes, it is. It's my prerogative.
Let's see. All right. Moving on. Hey, guys. Me again.
Wow, we are good at ending. We're so good at ending segments, aren't we?
Wow, Clark Kent and Superman, I swear.
Yeah, who's that guy who just came in here?
What? Oh my goodness.
It was me the whole time.
The entire time? The entire segment?
Robert Brown smoked. Wow. Oh, Chris Barrett.
What in the...
I know better than to read Chris Barrett's comments. You
just always like go straight for him.
Something that he did, it just draws my attention.
Yeah,
guys, I learned something recently. Do you guys have any idea how old Chris Barrett is? Because I do.
12.
No, come on. How old did you assume Chris Barrett was?
He's
a month ago.
He's in his early 20s.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. Yeah, I think I've seen pictures.
I believe he is maybe even a little bit younger than that, which I think it's super cool that he hangs out with us when he could be out exploring.
Is he under 13?
His potential with girls.
If so, we need to exit this very quickly.
No, I think we're good with Kappa when it comes to Chris Barrett. Trust me, he's not for kids either.
Well,
don't take that. John, wipe that mustache off your face. Are you keeping it forever, by the way?
Well, I mean, technically, if I grow a beard back, I'd still have it,
Okay.
My students did not get that idea. They were like, Mr. John, you grew a beard and a mustache. And I said, no,
you shaved a beard.
Yeah. Mustache never went.
But here's the thing. Your beard, your mustache looks mightier than your beard did. So when you shaved your beard, the mustache is so pronounced that it looks like you grew something, not lost something.
That's deep.
Whereas if I shaved my beard, you would say, "Where'd your face go?"
Oh my God. Okay.
What do you got for us, Adam?
Well,
just play the intro again. We're good.
Yeah. Why aren't you playing the intro constantly? That's like our funniest thing. Nice.
Odd man out.
Just a little slow in the draw, like this entire episode so far.
I thought you said hats with P on it.
Yep, we did. But, okay, tell us what that stands for. Is it Philadelphia?
Nope. Guess again.
Paraguay.
What if I did this and added a little thing here?
It looks like Boston Red Sox, but it's done in a different style.
So you removed the lower part of the B?
Yeah, personally. No, this is the now defunct Pawtucket Red Sox, or the Paw Sox from Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Chris Barrett called it out in the chat.
Yeah, the minor league affiliate of the Red Sox. Dennis Hayes also knows, so is Comic Jabroni. What's up? some baseball fans in the house. They're now the Worcester, Massachusetts Red Sox, or the Woo Sox.
Would it be Worcester?
No, it is Worcester.
Oh.
Hey, I got an idea for a segment. How about we pick some names of Massachusetts towns and try to guess you guys to see if you can guess how they're pronounced.
Oh boy.
This is riveting. YouTube.
Oh boy.
I thought we were on Adam's segment, weren't we?
Yeah, okay. So I was gonna do this as my beginning thing, but we kind of plowed right into the segment of the segments. This was supposed to be my what have I been doing over the past week nerd-wise stuff. You know what I mean? It's mostly been shows for me. Like I said, I'm still way behind on my comics. I did read X-Men #2, where the islands bang, and Batman Annual, which is the best thing Tom King wrote all year, as his annual usually is, with all those Alfred stories in it. But mostly it's been shows for me. And I know people have a lot of feelings on these two shows that I've been watching, The Mandalorian and Watchmen. John prefers Watchmen.
I do. I'm not as bad as Fire Guy Ryan, who seems to really be frustrated with Mandalorian. I enjoy Mandalorian. I'm not no hate on Mandalorian. Instead, I just recognize that Mandalorian does not challenge me in any way. It doesn't make me as a reader or whatever lean in. I don't think about it for like days afterwards, except for the Yoda memes that are everywhere. Sorry, I should put quotes around it. I'll upset Star Wars fans. Yoda. I just Watchmen sticks with you, and it's like powerful. Like this last episode of Watchmen, I will continue to say is probably the best hour of TV I've seen of the year. Like it's just incredible.
Both wonderful shows, in my opinion.
I'm going to go with Haverhill on the first one.
Incorrect.
Haverhill?
Incorrect.
Haverhill.
Still wrong.
Haverhill.
Still wrong.
Haverhill.
Not.
I can pronounce.
Haverhill.
This is Haverhill.
Like Haverhill Lavigne.
I know this one.
Close. It's Haverhill.
Speak of Boston.
Hey, here we go. Last one.
Berisha.
Billerica.
It's not Billerica. It is Billerica.
Who's in charge of these in Massachusetts? Who?
The Massachusetts Board of Confusing Other People.
Who do we blame for this? Sam Adams or something?
Chris Barrett, you've got a great comment there. I want to shout out this time. He's saying Baby Yoda is the new Ewok. There was a great meme saying that, like, when the Ewoks came around, all the Star Wars fans were like, "This thing is too cute. This is annoying. They're horrible." And then Baby Ewok comes around, or Baby Yoda, and everybody's like, "Ooh, that's so great." Pick a lane. Pick a lane, Star Wars fans. You can hate on stuff because it's too cutesy, or you can't just love it all because it's too cutesy. Pick a lane.
John is setting rules here. You should put on your soccer uniform right now, sir. You start yellow carding people. Anywho, back to the shows that I've been watching.
Fitted caps.
Mandalorian, great. Watchmen, great. Best show of all, though, is called Modern Men. It is on the Comic Core. It happens on Monday nights. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with this show?
I'm offended that you're not calling us the greatest show, but let's hear more.
What is this comic?
Well, I try not to watch our show too much because I don't want to get a big ego. Because we are the greatest comic book show, clearly demonstrated tonight. So I've been watching this show, this Modern Men show, and it's great. It's really intelligent and focused and funny. All the things that we are too, definitely. So I was just sort of thinking, I'm like, am I the biggest fan of, well, Chris Barrett or are we the biggest fans of the Modern Men show? And I don't think we are. And I'll show you why. If we could do a little screen share here, whenever you're ready, Alec. I grabbed a little screen grab of the Modern Men show as I was watching it on my phone, just to have in the future to look back and reminisce. And I noticed a little something. I think we know who's the biggest fan of Modern Men, and that is someone named Superman. And
Oh my god.
You can sort of tell he's real excited that this show has gone live.
Oh my
He seems really enthusiastic
I'm
about the
removing
show.
this for the stream.
What?
Do you have more of that slideshow?
Oh my god.
It's literally just something somebody drew, but it
It
sort
is
of looks
it is
like
a-
something else.
It's a thumb.
It's a thumb that looks like something else. It looks like Lois is gonna have to do some sewing when he brings those red trunks.
Looks like an old root.
And poor Comic Man Andy is just in the line of fire here.
Well, JB's at eye level, folks.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in as much danger as Andy is, if you can see. I feel like Andy needs to be prepared to duck and cover here. So Superman, clearly the biggest fan there is of the Modern Men show, of the legions of fans. And kids, be careful how you crop things, because it's quite clearly a hand. Normally, oh no. I actually showed this to a few people at work, carefully selected people at work. And I was like, does this look like what I think it is? And they're like, oh yeah.
Well, thank you for running that by us ahead of time. That was
You're welcome.
worth the fines.
Yeah. I think I got a genuine reaction. So it's a thumb. I mean, we have a defense.
It is a thumb.
Did you get it?
Should we go to our word bubbles of the week?
Yeah, please.
Sure, why not?
Which contain no surprises.
Are we screaming now?
Yes.
All right. Safety. Here we go. Alec.
These are our favorite word bubbles from the last week, and here we go with Alec, I guess, number one.
Yeah. May I do a dramatic reading of this?
Just tell us what it is first.
This is a comic called Space Riders from Black Mask. Came out a few years ago. And a new miniseries just came out today, in fact, issue 1. It is about just a trippy space adventure with insane artwork and crazy robots and space whales, and it's just colorful and weird and awesome and tripped out.
I do love that cover.
And the word bubble, that's their ship, by the way. And they're going to hyperspace.
Whoa, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why they're zooming around like that. And it says, bitch!
The question mark I like, yeah.
One more time on that.
Bitch!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next we got John.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, and my dramatic reading probably won't be on the same level, but of course it's going to be from Marauders 2, which I thought had several great lines, including the splash page no villain reveal at the end, which is amazing, and had the word bitch, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But I went with the page right before it, where we have Sebastian and Emma going round and round over power struggles inside of their sort of clan in the new mutant universe. And he smashes her into the wall, and she says, "This wall is just more red ink on your tab. Perhaps your affinity for debt is an emerging secondary mutation for you."
Funny and insightful.
She's cold as ice, and just twice as nasty. And I love that he just gets madder and madder, and she just stays cool as can be the whole time. So all through that issue, they go round and round, and this is like the second to last page. Just too good.
Great panel selection, John. This week I went with Doom Patrol.
Written by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
That's right.
Reuniting.
Although I think you might actually lose hipster points for that.
Oh, I didn't say it was a hipster.
Oh, okay.
They were very,
for
very
knowing
popular,
that, though.
very popular band.
For even knowing who that is.
Oh, I lose hipster points?
Yes, you, because of your knowledge of My Chemical Romance. Aren't they too mainstream?
Are hipsters not supposed to know about other stuff?
You're supposed to not even care that it exists.
Oh, what's a Gerard Way?
Exactly.
Which way did he go?
Also involved in this book, one of my favorite artists, Nick Darrington. This is issue 5. They're sort of assembling the Doom Patrol team. Robot Man, a.k.a. Brendan Fraser, asks somebody new that he just met, and who are you? And Casey Brink says, my name is Casey Brink, and I drive the motherfucking ambulance. And then she does a little snap.
I saw the snap. I like the snap.
Which is probably my favorite part of it.
Right.
I don't know if it would land without the snap. I would snap, but I literally cannot. For some reason, I've never been able to in my entire life snap my fingers. So
I really like the coloring of that.
Yeah, Tamara Bondvillain.
Really?
Yeah, is the colorist.
Her last name is Bondvillain?
Is that a
Bonvillain, like Bonvillain?
Oh, I thought she was actually named Bondvillain.
And villain backwards, as we know, is Neoliv. That's from episode 1 of this show. So
yes, that's what you call a callback.
Mm-hmm. We are already at the point of doing callbacks.
Well, it feels like we've been doing this for an eternity.
Just tonight.
No idea what you're talking about. We are clearly a show that just needs a good start, I think.
I think this has
We're pulling it together.
I think this has been fine. I mean, this has been the 3rd greatest comic show of all time.
That's fair.
Behind Modern Men and
behind our first 2 episodes.
Right. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you see me on Modern Men on Monday. Okay, I'm just saying I might leave the show for that one.
So a little behind the scenes, info for you all. Part of the curtain. Last week, Adam prepared lovingly a wonderful segment that we were supposed to run, and John took the initiative of saying, "Hey, this would be a funny way to end the episode," and cut him off. What you all didn't get to see is how appalled and upset Adam was that John did this.
He was genuinely frustrated. There was just like, when I had to tell him we were offline, the look on his face.
I don't think I actually spoke for about 30 seconds.
So we told him we could do it this week, but sorry, we're out of time. Goodbye.
Oh, you should have done it.
No.
You should have done it because
In fact, when I made the joke that I was going to do it in our group chat, Adam's response in all caps was "Fuck you, Alec."
That's legit. That happened.
Oh boy, here we go.
You were very mad. Yeah.
Why don't you want to actually run this?
Only if you guys do.
Yeah. So we had
like how I'm being like a martyr right now.
No, I was with you with how upset I was because I think some of the material we had was pretty good.
All right. Well, I've pared it down. I've pared out some of the.
You got plenty of time, brother. You just run.
Okay. Well,
it is a slideshow.
As everything I do well on this show is.
We had asked you and joked with ourselves about the breaking of the bat, and I know Adam had made this incredible slideshow. So I apologize, Adam, officially, and take it away, brother.
So I think this would have worked a little better last week because of an actual Batman issue came out, reinforcing the fact that the latest attempt to break him has failed, just keeps failing. Like, why can't anyone get this guy, like really finish the job? How do you really break Batman? Tom King's tried everything. He's tried breaking us in the process, but we just threw out some ideas. We threw out some ideas. I love you, Tom King, when you're writing a miniseries. So we just came up with some ideas, as we do in our Instagram conversations over the course of a week. A couple of contributions from the community made it in, so you want to just get rolling through here?
Let's do it up.
All right. Ideas for really breaking Batman. Not enough ketchup for his fries.
It's frustrating.
Mandalorian spoilers.
Those are just called memes, I think, now.
Not nice.
That's called the internet.
Stay off social media. Follow him around parking lots and sneak into spaces he's been waiting patiently for.
I don't imagine Batman as a person who waits patiently for a parking space. Doesn't he just like roll up on top of those cars if he needs to, or push them out of the way?
It depends if it's an emergency.
Are you here to just ruin these that we came up with, or?
I'm here to extend this segment as long as I freaking can.
We can go slower. Holiday shopping season, folks. This would be extra frustrating. Make him read Tom King's last 30 issues.
That's two Tom King jokes already.
The first 50 weren't bad. Really, they weren't.
The first 49.
I didn't even have a problem with the wedding one. Alec, you want to take this one?
Show him a new direction.
Again,
I
that's
saw that on the Monday show.
In case you missed that, that's show him a new direction.
or
Show him an old direction.
which is worse?
I suppose
Both pretty bad.
Yeah, that's
Break into Wayne Manor and dog ear all of his comics. Every single one.
Because as we know, in continuity, Batman has a very large comic collection.
And he likes to keep them in near mint condition.
Strangely, mostly Marvel.
He's like, how did all these become very fine plus?
He made his fortune from flipping books and spec.
100% true.
That is terrible advice. No one makes their fortune on flipping books.
The research department for this show is killing it tonight. Anytime he's out to eat, casually walk by and stick a finger in his beverage.
I love that one.
I feel like
this is
from Alec. I feel like this has happened to Alec or something, or he's done it to someone.
I feel like I can't compliment my own ones, but I think casually really makes that one.
It really does. It does.
Robocalls.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
That breaks anybody.
And worst.
I found a YouTuber who never mind. Good.
Alec, I'll give you this one.
For weeks on end, text him pictures of Dom DeLuise with no explanation. Funny thing about this one, I actually did this to a friend of mine.
What happened? Did he break?
He ignored it for quite a while, and then finally was like, "Okay,
You have my
you're you."
yeah. Where do you keep finding these?
He knows you pretty well. He sort of knew what was going on. That you were just being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, it's totally something he would have done to me.
Make him fly spirit. Sorry,
That's
Chad.
not funny. That's not funny. Seriously, don't.
You're right. That's serious.
Slab Dragon says a Robin costume without shorts.
Oh god.
As in,
Jeez.
like nude from the waist down or pants.
Yeah.
Well,
need to explore that a little
wasn't the original costume? No, those weren't shorts. It was just basically green undies.
Yeah.
You could also sit right behind him at movies and make phlegm theory.
Sorry.
That's wow. Show up uninvited to Thanksgiving and talk about nothing but politics and religion.
Sounds like
This is
my
first-
uncle.
The first in a series, by the way. Everyone brace yourself. Show up uninvited to Thanksgiving with no dish to pass.
Party foul.
Dick move. Total dick move.
Yes.
Sounds like something I would do.
Show up uninvited to Thanksgiving and complain about a lack of keto options.
Oh,
Doesn't get much
man.
worse than that.
That one's funny because it's the uninvited part.
Yeah.
Show up uninvited to Thanksgiving, and every time he opens his mouth to try and take a bite, throw in a piece of candy corn left over from Halloween.
It's so long. I love it.
That's not even the longest one.
I know that.
Take all his CDs and DVDs and put them in the wrong cases. We are breaking the Batman, folks.
This is how you break him.
Slightly unalphabetize his library.
That one. Yeah, he's got a pretty big library. I've seen the Wayne Manor library. It's pretty big.
Because it's only slightly, you wouldn't notice right away.
No, but when he needed something.
You're like, where the heck? It's 3 books away. What is it doing over here? And then you put that one in the right spot, and then the next one, be like, wait a minute, this. And he would just descend into madness.
Yep, he'd look like that.
He would look like
Exactly.
Montgomery Burns in that episode where he makes the spruce moose, just like long beard and long fingernails.
Exactly. Hide a bunch of smoke detectors with low batteries all over Wayne Manor.
That's not funny either because I've dealt with that. It's not funny.
Also, what if there's a fire? That's kind of dark.
Well, you'd keep the real ones with working, but
You're adding extras.
They're just like hiding them in the walls and like under tables, so they're just beeping all the time.
We want to break him though, not kill him. So I feel like this puts him at
Ricky, I
risk.
think you're missing the point. Bane has failed to break Batman every time he's broken Batman. It hasn't worked. So that's the whole point.
He keeps coming back with a John mustache.
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
Putting a finger in his drink every time, that'll drive a man crazy.
Done.
Tell him there's no more crime. You're done. You have no purpose.
Yeah, there's none.
Corner him at a party for hours, showing pics of your kids, but making sure Batman can see the bean dip just out of his reach the whole time.
I think bean dip is my favorite part of that one.
Yes.
I almost went with onion dip, but I thought bean dip.
It would not have worked with guacamole.
Pretend Betty White has passed away.
That would break anybody.
Nope, nobody's ready for that. But it's coming,
Nobody.
people. Unfortunately, it's coming.
Don't you say that.
Refused to sign his copy of Spider-Man Deadpool 47.
That's one of my favorites, too.
Take him out for a nice seafood dinner and never call him again.
It's cold. It's cold.
Right. Make him wait 3 weeks for the next episode of Comic Gories. Painful. Just painful wait. The demand is so high. Christmas music in October.
Wait, that's a real thing.
Yes.
Too real.
It's happened. Nickelback, any time of year. Kill a man. Kill a man. This one's from Kenny, Comic at 84.
Hold on.
Time travel.
I don't think we have enough time.
Back to, oh, we don't. That's all the time we have, folks. Time travel back to 2017 and hire the Mad Hatter to mind control the Wayne Enterprises financial advisors.
Not me. I didn't do that one.
In Google Glass. Pushing the company and Bruce to the brink of bankruptcy by 2019. The overhead cost of being Batman is too much, forcing Bruce to sell all his cool toys and Alfred to leave and become a Walmart greeter. I think what Kenny was going for here is
Tragic.
Financially breaking the
But
Batman.
very, very specifically.
He's broke, not broken, but broke.
Yeah, it's breaking him.
Kale! Cilantro!
That's a lot of hate. I like cilantro.
I enjoy cilantro.
I like kale.
It's very divisive, though. I felt like some people could relate. Cilantro!
That's
Ooh.
bad. That's not good.
It can't be good, right?
Is that like a hybrid animal?
Yes. Speaking of hybrid animals, send Drew Manchu to snuggle with him, but cut him off after just 30 seconds of that. Who's letting it play all the way out?
That was funnier for us. Well, for me, because I'm the only one who knows what's going on here.
Absolutely. Nobody knows.
Somebody else is taking over? Okay. Force him to ponder the sandwichness of hot dogs. There's the culprit. This makes sense. Cut tiny holes in all his socks right at the big toe. Leech off his Wi-Fi like Bueller used to do to his neighbor.
I like that one.
Notice food in his teeth, but say nothing.
It's just
Yeah,
mean.
that's rude. We live in a society.
You don't know who you can trust.
This is not Rob. There's rules.
Exactly.
That's a meme, isn't it?
Except on this show. Hit him with the Legends truth. How about that? I can knock a man down, keep him down. Seltzer waterboarding.
That sounds like actual torture.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, should we not say that? That's kind of a political issue.
From Sharon at Life with two YouTubers. Trap him on a space station filled with Care Bears. Sounds rough. I mean,
That was like the most dedication, not because of the space station, but because of actually creating real life Care Bears.
yeah, okay.
What do you mean? Yeah,
I thought they'd already be there. Like I assume they have their own space station already, right?
I thought it was just the stuffed animals, but okay.
You didn't want to believe. He gets a new ward. Chris Barrett.
Sounds like a
That
joy
would
to me.
break somebody.
It's over. He's broken. That last one, he couldn't handle it.
Too much.
Yep. Wow, Kenny's not impressed.
Cilantro. Just the one word. Sometimes that's all you need.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We've got another show to do. You're welcome.